Welcome back. It's the early morning Sunday show coming to you on Sunday in the morning. It's dark out. It's morning. All right. Don't know if Cat will come up or not. He actually just came inside. Who knows? He's really getting old. His fur's getting a little kind of, he's having a hard time cleaning his back in and stuff. And yeah, Cat's old. Cat's old. Older than me. Kind of sluggish. Oh, hey, we're just talking about you, dude. Coming up? Yep, meow. Meow. Yep, meow. Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah, meow. Okay, well, here is Cat. He just, yep, we're having a harder time, but we're still here. We're still hosting, so he did make his appearance. Hey, Mom, sit down. Sit down so we can talk. Had a great week out in Denver. I was grandpa for a week, babysitting, so I guess I'm grandpa every week. You know, being a grandpa doesn't mean you have to be there. You just, I gotta, help out. So that was fun with me and my son. And I was able to spend some time with my daughter-in-law, Kim. So really good time. Hopefully this fall now, get out to DC area and see my other son, Paul. So looking forward for that. But I had some music I wanted to come in this week, or actually the past few weeks, and I just wanted to get it shown. It just takes me a while to get it listened to and everything. The first one came from Greg, 3 Dimensions of Sound. And, I've had the pleasure to go out. Greg's from Pittsburgh, and I've had the pleasure to go out and look for records with him, have dinner with him, and absolutely wonderful person that I just truly love and respect. And so he sent me some records, gave me the sticker from the Attic, which is just this is a Pittsburgh institution. You go in there and you won't come out for a few days. It is big. So we have that. He had shown this CD on his channel, Fela Kuti, and he was kind of excited because he's heard me talk about Fela for a long time and bought it. This is his earlier stuff. So it's different. It's not the same as what you hear from the 70s, as he's figuring things out. So I was excited. So he was a little disappointed about that. It didn't really need it. And he goes, does anybody want it? And I go, what, Greg? I would be interested in that. So he sent that to me. So that was really cool. But also he sent, he just fell over. Okay. Taj Mahal, Phantom Blues. And we have some, you want to look at the camera, are you? Albert Collins here. And this is Albert Collins Deluxe Edition. Albert Collins Deluxe Edition. Okay. We have, it's always hard when you got a cat kind of on you. Just FYI. Pat Metheny, One Quiet Night. We have Psychedelic Furs and World Outside. That's from 1992. And I used to have this one. Robert Cray, Some Rainy Morning. So wonderful. Thank you, Greg. I truly appreciate these, and we will give them a listen to. Also, my friend Michael Christensen. He's an artist. I've shown he's made various albums, and I've shown those on the channel. Me and Michael have met a few different times to have lunch and dinner, and just the greatest guy in the world. I love that guy to death. Very nice. And please check out his channel. You'll get samples of his music. His music is available on Bandcamp. And of course, 3 Dimensions of Music, Greg. Check out his channel. Give him a sub. But Michael sent me Billy Idol, Whiplash Smile, and these albums I will give a further review for. Michael felt that my need of just the first 2 is wrong. I need the third one for the guitars. He's right. Well done, Michael. This is one I have not brought back in yet, Santana Caravan. This is really the last of the Santana that I really wanted, but I did want this album and hadn't gotten it yet, so thank you, Michael. And then there was the Pat Metheny group, Off Ramp, and a few people have been, well, Greg sent me a Pat Metheny. So again, great guitar playing. And he goes, this album is won a Grammy in 1982 for Best Jazz Fusion Performance. I found my copy at an estate sale last October. I didn't play it till November, but it has been in constant rotation since then. Don't let the first track freak you out too much. Once you get to the second track, it hits you and you realize you're back in Puerto Rico or some tropical island. Fantastic. And he's coming to Royal Oak on the 30th. But the seats in the nosebleed section are $149, and the ones way in the back are $219. Gee, many crickets. Wow. Oh my God. So thank you, Greg and Michael, for that. That's great. Okay, we got we got some music. I got some new music. I got some old music, and there's probably some stuff in between. Cat's quieted in, and we're going to begin with this. Oh, I touched him, and now he had to hello. We have this, and this is the name of this group is. I always have a hard time with it. You might have noticed there seems to be like a Sgt. Pepper look on the front of that cover. It is Davila 666, Davila 666, and this is their Sgt. Pepper album. It is a Puerto Rican punk band. This just came out a couple weeks ago. Actually, the day I visited that record store, Los Tigres, in Ojos in San Juan. It came out just that day. So I picked it up. I might have been the first customer to ever get one. A punk band from San Juan, formed I think in the early aughts. This is Secreto 20, and again, came out this week. The name of the album is Secreto. On this album, they add more bass and more drum, and really, I guess it added layers. And I can't tell you about the past music because I've never heard it, but this is just what I read. And it really, basically they are a pop punk band, but this kind of gives them a little more depth, and the outro kind of maybe a little bit of a little psych feel at times, but it's not heavy psych. It's just fun music. It's filled with catchy tunes. Really nice stuff. I already showed you the vinyl, I guess, as I try and figure it out. It's a clear coat vinyl. 6 songs at 45 RPM. And that's, you can always kind of forget that and go, wow, they kind of sound sluggish, like they're on cough syrup. But no, that's just me. So, the second song, Secretos, that one, it had just these very catchy harmonies were going on within the song, and the choruses, and this great chorus that really just kept pushing and rocketing the music forward. Really like that one. Hablar de Amor, Talk of Love, had very, very heavy drum and bass. I mean, they were, prevalent on that. It had more of a darker, ominous feel. And I think it's just because of the use of more tom-tom on there that gave it that. Quiero ser guitarra de Sinstrota. I don't know the name of that, no. Todo. I want a guitar of I want to be the guitar of, I don't know. Okay, forget it. It had like an Iggy Pop. I mean, really, you listen to that, you think of Stooges. I mean, the first thing I started hearing that, I go, God, that just sounds, it has such a Stooges feel to it. It's just really, really hard rocker, not so much punk. It's just a hard rocking thing. And it was just, I was just grabbed my attention. This is a fun album. It really was. This is a legendary Puerto Rican punk band. They hadn't put out an album in a number of years, so they threw this one out, and very enjoyable. Really happy to get this one. Secreto from Davila 6666. Well worth looking at too. another album from Puerto Rico, and Orquesta de Macabeo con, lluvia con sol, rains with sun. And this is salsa. This is new salsa, though. Yes. Now, it came out originally, I don't know how new it is now, I guess. This originally came out in 2013. This group's still going. They really haven't had a lot of records since then. But 2013, so this is the 10th anniversary of this album. And Orquesta El Macabeo, it's, they're from Trujillo Alto, which is a suburb of San Juan. I used to go there quite a bit when I had a Kmart store there, rough neighborhood. This came out in 2008, and they have put out 5 albums so far. Lluvia con Sol, again, came out in 2013. This uses musicians. It makes it different. A lot of times salsa musicians, that's all they do is salsa. This brings in musicians that do rock, punk, ska, reggae. It's such a variety of musicians, and it's a young group of musicians that are playing this. I mean, salsa is king in Puerto Rico. If you want to make some money, salsa is the way to go. But these are musicians that had other bands, but they still have that love of salsa. And that's what you get on this. It's just fun, great salsa with just newer twist, which is what I was looking for. I wanted newer salsa. It's just a much more updated sound. It's hard salsa, so it's great for dancing. It's made for dancing, and it makes you want to dance. Makes you want to get up and start just moving your feet around. Wish I could salsa dance. It'd be pretty cool. But really enjoyed this, and was glad to get that again. Fantastic salsa from Puerto Rico. You're going to sit over there now? Okay, that's fine. This is something I picked up at Third Man Records when I was there with Lord knows how long ago. On my shirt, I should have. When you get up at 4 in the morning, you just grab your t-shirt. It isn't like you sit there and iron it. I should do it maybe the day before, but I'm sure you don't care. So this is the Velveteen's Nightmare Daydream. Found this at Third Man Records, I'm sure. This came out, actually the group formed in 2014 out of Boulder, Colorado. This is their debut album, came out in 2021. I picked this up in the very young cashier up there. She goes, "Oh, you got such great taste." Well, what old guy doesn't like a young person telling them that? I was like, of course I do. I'm a record collector. Oh, so yeah. Now, when I put it on, I said, really? She liked it that much, huh? This is one I had to take some additional spins to get into. This is raw primal sounding power trio, shall we say. It's a baritone guitar and 2 drummers. 2 drummers. 1 guitar, 2 drummers. Figure that one out, huh? Hey, what should we do? Well, I play drums. Well, I play drums. Well, I play guitar. All right, let's form a band. You can hear, so you obviously there's going to be a loud rockin' beat. Now, they do play other instruments. It's like garage punk with a muscular stomp to it. Got 2 drums, you better have a muscular stomp to it. Demi Demetrio, she's the vocal, because she sings vocals and is the guitar player. Then you have Baby Pattersmith, he's one of the drummers. He's also a multi-instrumentalist, so he can jump around and play other instruments. And you have Jimmy Fig, who plays drums, synths, but also guitar. So you can see they can pop around. But it's basically the principle was 1 guitar, 2 drums, so let's go. Dan Auerbach, I don't say his name wrong, but I say every name wrong, from the Black Keys produced this album. And so again, talk about a guy that's used to small groups, with his 2-person Black Keys. So he was a good person actually to produce this. And it's a very hard rocking album. At times, I think, they throw in some synths. And to me, it kind of, I don't like it as much in there. I think it kind of, maybe it gives it too much of an 80s sheen to it when I really don't want that, when it has more of this, this power type trio going on. I just don't think it goes as well in there. But that's all right. It's still, Demi, her voice, it's powerful, and she can really wail and go, and pretty darn good voice. Again, it took me some repeated listens, but I've come around to this album, and once you start to really listen to really what's happening and how hard they're playing on here, it's pretty darn good. So 2021, The Velveteers, Nightmare Daydream. Oh, I think there's extra in here too. Oh my goodness, we didn't show that. For the wall. Look at that. Velveteers. And plenty of words so you can sing along to your favorite song, which is isn't that what we all like to do? Even if you can't sing, it just doesn't matter. So, okay. Just going to sit over there. Well, you're not on my records. Okay. Next one, I still have it in the plastic, Nirvana, and this is from the lottery. This came from Vance. Zep Pearl is his channel. Zep Pearl, check it out. Big Led Zeppelin, big Pearl Jam fan, and it's still in here because if you remember when I showed my lottery albums, he sent me. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, it was a lot of stuff, extra stuff here, and I'm not even going to get it all out. So, cool Pink Floyd sticker. Look at that Led Zeppelin. Look at this Houses of the Holy stickers. I mean, this is just so cool. King Buffalo, which I need to get an album from them someday. Steve, Pearl Jam sticker. And we have like these cards, Led Zeppelin 3. We have physical graffiti, In Through the Outdoor, and there's some other things in here. Very nice. But this is a live album from Nirvana that was done in Rome in 1994. The vinyl it's black. This really sounds good. If you're a fan of Nirvana, you don't have it. If you're a fan of Nirvana, I would think you would have it. But if you haven't, or if you just like them, this sounded fantastic. It really goes through their catalog, but it's produced extremely well. The crowd noise is pushed down. The vocals or the instruments do not outshine the other. They're in balance. So it just feels really good. It's almost like, you have a studio album here. It's not. And, they just go through their catalog. This is 94, the end's coming here really soon. Just a wonderfully good album that, something I would not have bought. I like Nirvana. I have their first album. Actually, I have In Utero. But I just would not have gone further with it. And so this was great to hear this music with them again at their peak playing was really cool. So Vance, really top-notch album, really good to have. another lottery album was this came from TC, from TKR Video Central is his channel. TKR Video Central. And he had, he sent me, I guess he had the letter R. Vance had the letter N. And I have another album from from TC. I haven't listened to yet. But this is the Rubinos. I did not know this group, though they had a couple hits. They're from Berkeley, formed in 70, broke up in 85, formed again in 99, and are still going. And it is power pop. And TC, he knows his power pop. And John Rubino and the Rubinos was what they first called themselves, and then they just cut it down to the Rubinos. Berkeley Records, probably must have been out of Berkeley. Berkeley Records signed them at the same time they were signing Greg Kihn and Jonathan Richman. So, and that was in 1973 to a record deal. This album, their second album, came out in 1979. The first album they did, I Think I'm Alone Now, the 60s hit song that made it to the charts. On here they had one that made it to the charts, I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. That also made it up there. But again, this is their second album. They were opening, so after they put this album out, they were on tour with Elvis Costello, and they did 56 dates with Elvis Costello on his Armed Forces tour, and to help promote their album. Their only problem is Berkeley Records went under halfway through the tour, and suddenly it kind of killed them. It kind of killed their career because now their albums couldn't get out there. They had no record to back them up. I mean, no record label to back them up, and it really, really hurt them. The tunes on this, I'm going to tell you, they're so sweet, they'll give you cavities, quite honestly. The harmonies are outstanding. It is power pop, and you definitely can tell it. Vinyl, look at that, wow. That's pretty cool vinyl. But really good. Some of it, there's a song on here, Jennifer, that almost seemed like from the 50s, Frankie Valli type song. The lead singer has a good falsetto, but all of them blend well together. It is really good. It's power pop. It's not power pop harder rock, though. It is more kind of like 60s, before the Beatles was coming. That kind of music. Very enjoyable. Group that I was totally unaware of, and that's the beauty of the lottery. You get stuff like this to go, man, that's really neat. Something I've missed out on. So thank you, TC. And we have, moving quickly here, how about that? Krabby Appleton. All right, I found this in a record store here in Michigan. Inner sleeve from Electra. And Krabby Appleton. Let's see. Trying to, there's what is this? There we go. We have this insert in there too. Look at that. All right. Very nice. Okay, so this group formed in 70 in LA and broke up in 72. Probably still in LA. Originally, they had called themselves Stonehenge. Kind of weird for an LA band, but that's all right. The rock, power pop, you could say, type of a group. Rotten to the Core, second album. This one came out in 1971. And they kind of were changing things up. Their lead singer, Michael Finley, Finley. He does guitars. He's the lead singer. He likes to go into his Robert Plant voice, this high falsetto, kind of a Zeppelin type thing, which is something he likes to do. It starts with Smoking in the Morning, which kind of had me really wondering about this album, because I had no idea about it, but it had this barrel house piano going on, and I really wasn't expecting that. I was thinking more of a hard rock and type band, but it's like, okay. But then, you know, they jump all over the place. I mean, the styles on this are crazy, all over. It's not a bad album. It's not an essential album either, but it wasn't too bad. Makes No Difference has a super gospel type feel to it. I mean, it's just filled. There's this gospel choir that's happening. I really like that one a lot. You Make Me Hot. You Make Me Hot, don't you, though? Had a boogie woogie piano going on. Fairly neat sounding. Paper to Write sounded like the Flying Burrito Brothers. They were just trying to figure it out. And some of it works, some of it doesn't work, but again, there is no set musical style on this. They're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Not a bad album, not an essential album. It's at a good price. It's well worth picking up. It was a lot, not worth picking up. One. This is one that I had, man, I couldn't believe I found this. You know, there are albums that are really hard to find. And so, you know, those grails and things. And there it was in the record store. And it's Olivia Newton-John's greatest hits. I don't know. I'm still, well, okay, it was dirt cheap. And it did have on here, Have You Never Been Mellow, which I had as a 45 growing up. I bought that. And let's see, I Honestly Love You, which is really, you know, sticky, gooey. It's really kind of a country album. Yeah, it's mostly she's doing her country thing, and that's the feel you get on here. Nice inner sleeve. I mean, it's even, you know, it's lined inner sleeve, original from MCA. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why I do things. But, I mean, it was, like, basically almost about free. So, okay. If you ever been mellow, yeah. So, I bought it. I still scratch my head at times. But, yeah. My wife was really excited about it. She thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah. Happy wife, happy life. So, someday she says, well, we're going to listen to that. Which we all know we won't. Surely have to break. It would not be you if not for you. All right, that's it. Fantastic. Cap just wanted to come up and say goodbye and give you the stare down there, and thanks for dropping by and hanging out with me. And until next week, meow. Bye.